Alright, what up, it's Shankster94, and welcome to my 91st weekly Q&A. I am your host, TheGamerShankster, also known as Shankster94. This is the typical place for you guys to ask questions, receive answers, communicate with each other, have pitiful yet entertaining comment wars, and yada yada yada. I'm just going to end it there. Alright, so let's check out the usual contenders. Man, I always want to say the full name, but I need to stop doing it, because he doesn't want it out there anymore, so... The one and only W, also known as Wyatt C. We got Tina Schroeder, AG22, Lakota Soldier 84, Robert Nitor, Michael Cho, Manny Stovall, Kevin Cohill, and Anthony Usury. All right. So, I put slow mode on immediately because it is a Saturday, it is late in the day, everyone's home. Yeah, I expect quite a few people to be attending this one. I don't know. We'll see. Alright, so I read off who's here. I'm going to get the 1 hour timer ready. 1 hour and 0 minutes start. Alright, so what is going to be the first question? From Wyatt. Did I hear about the bitter cold spreading across much of the country and has killed several people? Yes, the polar vortex. It is insanity. Negative 50 in Chicago. Unbelievable. What's up, Michael Cho? Anthony Usury, you experienced this weird glitch in the remake where it, in general, won't let you save, and autosave isn't working either. You have to come across the glitch as well. No, I haven't come across the glitch. When I played Claire's Scenario, I played in, I guess what's considered the normal mode, and yeah, I didn't experience that. Look, just like first comment, there's no reward for getting the first question, and you usually always do. Lakota Soldier 84, what are my thoughts on the Resident Evil 2 remake? It's good, I like it. I still need to play it some more, though, before I have a really solid opinion of it. Hey, Dominic Maddox. Did I see the tweet you tagged me where Patreon is having technical difficulties processing payments, so your Patreon pledge will be a little late. It's fine, yeah, I saw it. AG22, will I let my hair grow out again? No, not for a while. I'm not going to do that again for a very long time. Not to that extent. I'm going to let this grow out again, maybe to where I got some sort of shaggy length going, but I'm not going to have, long hair going down to here again. Alright. So, the best and worst thing about the stream rules you wrote up. That's a random-ass question. The best thing is knowing, what's allowed and what's not allowed, even though I'm not even paying attention, so it wouldn't really have mattered to me. The worst thing about the Steam, or why do I keep saying Steam? Stream rules you set up, if I pull up the list you sent me. No, it's just when someone was seemingly offering or just naming opinions and whatnot, you sometimes mistook them as spoilers. Yeah. Now, I can easily name the worst thing about you during the stream was literally announcing the death count of me. Anyway, let's keep going. Sup, Manif? Well, we got both Wyatt and Manif attending this stream, so I could quickly convert this into a triple live stream if I wanted to, because I remember I said just the next time both of them are able to be present during the live stream, maybe I should just do it right then and there. Because unfortunately, Manif's internet connection isn't reliable enough to have it planned out like that. He wasn't able to make the last Q&A when I wanted him to be on it. So I don't know. Wyatt, Manif, if you guys would like to triple stream right now, let me know and we can quickly do that. Manif, though, you might have to make a Google... You might have to set up your Google Hangouts, though, because that's how I have to do it now. But anyway, let's get back into the Q&A. If I come across some answers to that, we'll sort it out then. All right. Feargale the Fearless. Yep, you made it. All right, Wyatt. What was I doing before the Q&A? What would we be doing after? Before the Q&A, I was actually watching Once Upon a Time. After the Q&A, probably be doing more of that, and I'll actually be preparing some enchiladas for me and the GF. So that will answer your question, what will I eat next, even though I told you to stop asking that. What did I last eat was a baked taquito. But now Michael Cho... What, man, if in your next Q&A, but all three of us wear Nazi uniforms while putting a fake costume or be completely naked and have Jenica smear my body with Nutella. You guys aren't seeing me naked, no matter how much you pay me. So, I'll go with the Nazi uniforms. Dominic Maddox, favorite gun in Resident Evil 2 Remake so far? Probably the grenade launcher with flame rounds. Like, seriously. Smith Wesson, how far am I into the Resident Evil 2 weapon review? I'm not starting it until I'm done playing the game in general. And I kind of planned on doing... I need to lower this. I kind of planned on doing all 4 scenarios live streamed. But I'm starting to think with how long that first one took, I don't know if I want to do all 4 on stream. If it turns out the way I'm doing it is the more canonical, which there's not really a way to know that except to play all 4, then I might just stop after I beat Leon B. I may not do Leon A, Claire B on stream. I don't know. But then there's the Hunk and Tofu scenarios, and I sort of want to stream that too, so... Yeah, I got a lot... I'm going to take my time with Resident Evil 2 Remake, unlike Resident Evil 7. Resident Evil 7, I rushed... my initial playthrough took 2 days. It's like a full 7.5 hours the first day, and then 2.5 hours the next day, so a total of 9 hours. But then I immediately got working on a weapon review of it, and I got it out less than a month after that live stream. With Resident Evil 2 Remake, I don't want to do that. Because with a game such as Resident Evil 2 Remake, I want to enjoy it a lot. So I need to play it a lot before I start procuring a weapon review. So, unfortunately, Smith Wesson, and for those who are interested in the weapon review of Resident Evil 2 Remake, because I'm pretty sure it is now one of the most anticipated videos that I have yet to make. It's going to be at least a couple months before I come out with a weapon review for that game. I need to stream all of it first. So, that's the plan with Resident Evil 2 Remake. Alright, Wyatt. Did I know that today is Groundhog Day? Yeah, February 2nd, right? It is Groundhog Day, even though I don't take that holiday seriously. Manif, there's some amazing details in Resident Evil 2 Remake, like the liquor claw mark on Leon or Claire. Yeah. Wyatt, what are my hopes and goals for February? I really hope you don't ask that every month, because I don't form hopes and goals for every month. So yeah, don't ask that again. AG22, any changes I hate from Resident Evil 2 Remake compared to the original? Oh my god. Any changes I hate compared to the original? Hate is a very strong word. I don't really hate anything compared to the original. Wyatt, if I demanded me to take 10 recommendations from you a month, what would reaction be? I'd be like, take your demands and shove it up your ass. You would, if you're gonna make me do 10 recommendations, you need to, let me see, 5 times. You need to be paying me $500 a month instead of just $100. All right. Lakota Soldier, am I wanting to see a Resident Evil 3 remake as well? If so, what new things am I hoping for? Yeah, so I would love to see a Resident Evil 3 remake now, and what I'm hoping for is, like, more menacing Nemesis, probably, because in the original, he's way too easy for me now. Wyatt, most and least favorite thing about your moderation across both Claire A streams? Well, I already told you my least favorite thing is you giving me the death count. Most favorite thing about your moderation? I didn't pay attention to your moderation. That was what you were there for, to keep an eye on the chat, so I don't have to. So I didn't really read much of the chat, guys, when I was playing Resident Evil 2 Remake. So any questions about that, I have no answer for you. But I was noticing why it's death count, right? Because while I died, I could look at the chat. Anyway, Feargale, have I heard about the debacle about EA's Anthem? Also, what do I think about Resident Evil 2 Remake after 2 blind playthroughs? I only did 1 blind playthrough, Feargale. I don't know why everyone's thinking, like, of... Well, okay, so I had 2 separate streams, but they were the same playthrough. They were of the same scenario. I was just finishing it off on day 2. Because, yeah, I can't. For some reason, I was able to do almost all of Resident Evil 7 in one day, but I can't do Resident Evil 2 Remake in one day for some reason. It's a lot of gaming. I see, I'm just not a gamer anymore. Tina Schroeder, will I someday do a stoned Q&A again? You spared some real nice questions for that. I don't know, probably. Like where I actually smoke on stream. I don't know. I mean, it would be random again. It wouldn't be like a even number or something. It would just be like out of the blue. I don't know if I'll do one again before the weekly Q&As end. We'll see. Man, if you don't have Google Hangouts. So, okay, so why you can't do it either because of what you said. Well, too bad. That sucks. Just trying to give some people a better Q&A, but okay. Man, well, okay, so we'll need to help you like set it up then, because I really, really would like to do more Q&As with you, and if we can't because it's not set up, I mean, it's kind of lame. Where do I get my food recipes, AG22? I don't really get food recipes. I just go on the internet if I want to look up how to make something. Michael Cho, you can imagine me and Wyatt speaking in a fake German accent. Not sure about Manif. Jeez, Wyatt. Took offense to that. Man, if Q&A 92, if you attempt it, we'll do a triple co-host, because I don't know how to do Google Hangouts. Well, yeah, I just said we'll have to help you set it up. Dominic Maddox, least favorite gun so far? The SL5, the first hand, or the SL whatever, like when you very first use it, before it has any upgrades on it, or parts. Feargale, you should tell me that you're sorry for spoiling the fact that Claire gets a better handgun in her game, but you couldn't help but shed some light on it because I kept complaining about it. Well, I didn't even see that comment. See, that's probably something Wyatt got on you for all I know. Claire B has an exclusive weapon, though, you heard. Best or worst things about Claire A scenario. The best thing is the amount of play is like... Ooh, the situation Situation Sherry gets in. Oh my gosh. The worst thing about Claire A? The worst thing are the liquors appearing out of nowhere. Alright, what's this deleted message from AG22? That... That's fucking hilarious. You just gave Wyatt his own medicine. That's awesome. Put yourself in timeout. I could put him in timeout if I wanted to, even though he's a mod. Man, if there's some unlockables in Resident Evil 2 Remake, yeah, I'm pretty sure. Thoughts on Remakes 2 graphics? They're cool. Have I seen Spider-Man Far From Home trailer? Yes. Did I watch Fast and Furious films? No. Have I seen the trailer for... No. Fergal, you have no hope, therefore you have no soul. Said no dumbass in particular. Just kidding, it's you. Which game is better so far in my opinion? Why 4 or Remake 2? 4 is so far. Mr. X Encounter tomorrow. Maybe. Because I plan on getting on Leon... I plan on getting on Leon B tomorrow. AG22, any cliche moments I dislike in video games? No, not really. I'm very passive about a lot of things. Manif, is there a weapon upgrade in Resident Evil 2 Remake? Somewhat. It's like weapon parts. Kind of like the original. Like a custom part. Anthony Usury, what do I think about Mr. X's final form in Leon's campaign? I haven't seen it yet. What? Most and least favorite things about Remakes 2 musics? I don't care to answer that. Official... I don't have a least favorite thing about the music, but a most favorite piece of music already is Mr. X's theme. Can you believe that? Mr. X is probably the only complaint I had about Resident Evil 2 Remake, but his theme becomes my favorite of the game, so it evened itself out. So there's no quarrels. Now there's a comment from Official Roman Empire. It was deleted by Wyatt. We'll see what it is. Why am I so... Shallow and greasy. Funny. And I don't know who's that referencing either. Michael Cho, kick down people's doors on every house I come across or storm my preferred celebrity's house with a unicycle and a brick. These are random. I'd probably storm my preferred celebrity's house with a unicycle and brick. Wyatt, which has better graphics, animation, Remake 2 or Vendetta? Remake 2. The spark shot my thoughts is just as useless as it was in the original, I feel like. Tina Schroeder, do I like the fact that Resident Evil 2 Remake I didn't know that, Tina, because I didn't see it yet. That was a mild spoiler there. Nothing about Leon's scenario. I haven't played it yet. Have I ever thought of doing a knife-only boss fight? Psst, not in a while. Oh, I see. We actually have a troll in the stream for the first time in like 25 or 30 streams. And look at that, Wyatt taking charge. He's in timeout. Alright, well that's good, actually. Because, yeah, I probably would have let it go on longer before I did something. Manif, SLS 60. Gotcha. What? When you come and visit me, when I open the door, what would my thoughts be, and what would I do immediately if you start punching me in the gut repeatedly? I'd, get a fucking knife and kill you. Feargale, you're gonna go and enjoy your creamy soup, and then blow off some more heads in the remake. Yeah, you're gonna play the whole game in standard. Yep. A retracted message from Wyatt. That's interesting. I didn't get to see it. Manny, what are my thoughts on the Ghost Survivors and Resident Evil 2 98 models coming to Resident Evil 2 Remake? I've yet to play that. As for the Resident Evil 2 98 models, I mean, that's just nice throwback. Tina Shorter, what would I think when I figure out that Wyatt is a professional fake account of my girlfriend to test my reactions and the Wyatt on camera was a paid actor? That would be really far-fetched because I knew Wyatt before I knew my girlfriend. What, be forced to kill Manoff as he pleads for his life, or be forced to kill you as you be... Yeah, I'll go with the latter. Colin, thoughts on Chief Irons and remake? I think you think he was done really well. Well, he is more of a psycho now. That's for sure. Ugh. Oh, by the way, I do have a drink here. It's cold brew coffee. It's one of Wyatt's drinks. I'm just going to take a swig just to get it out of the way because all I have to do is take a swig. Okay, I need this thing. I can't open it by hand. Oh god, I'm going to end up hurting myself if I can keep going like this. Can't open a freaking bottle. Oh my god. I feel like because it's the wrong type of tool. Shoot. No, I will not drink the whole coffee, Wyatt. Not even with a super chat. I can't even open it. Hold on. Hope you know what. That was not a good thing to send. It was way too hard to open. No more hard cap stuff. Just made a mess. And here, I'm gonna actually pause the time. Because, yeah, that's not really fair to you guys. Okay. Okay. And that's that. That's all I'm doing. Alright. We'll continue now. Now I'm super behind, though, I bet. So, in that regard, we're going to do this. I'm going to make it 3-minute wait for slow mode. So, 180 seconds.
Welcome to the family, son.
And just got a subscriber. Alright. So, find where we were in the chat. I know I wasn't super behind at that moment, but... Okay, so what? You're starting a new type of question. Fuck, blowjob, or anal? You give me 3 characters, and I have to choose for each of them. The first one is FBA 8. Ada, 7, Angela. That's... I don't think I like that, Wyatt. That's like, you're on the road of... You're on an immoral road, is what I'm trying to say. And regardless, you're my biggest Q&A contender, I don't appreciate it. So... I'm afraid I'm going to have to shoot that question down. No, none of those. KMFs are fine, but FBAs are not good. AG22, what do I think Capcom are working on right now? Possibly the Resident Evil 8 or Resident Evil 3 remake, or a different game entirely, Dead Rising 5, or 4. Trivia question, what is typo short for? Typographical error? Because I've known you for longer than my GF, what's our relationship? Is our relationship more meaningful, deeper? No. No. Kevin Cole. Here's some help with weapon review. The JMB HP is a JMB high power in real life. I know that. JMB made it to celebrate 25th anniversary of Browning high power. Tina Schroeder, what do I think when I figure out that you and Manif are fake accounts from Wyatt to create funny dialogues all the time and see how we react? Yeah, that would be quite something. Wyatt. Yeah. Just in reference to somebody. AG22, what's my favorite type of coffee? Cappuccino, Frappuccino. Manny Stovall, did I hear that Resident Evil 3 Nemesis and Dino Crisis are getting remakes? I heard of a potential Resident Evil 3 remake. I don't care much for Dino Crisis. I'm skipping that. Michael Cho, since Chinese New Year's coming up, have I ever tried Lai Cha milk tea? No. You would have shipped a bottle opener down in the drink if you'd known it would be so hard to open. Yeah, and I actually broke skin trying to open it. And I made a mess earlier. Thoughts on the cold driver drink? It's disgusting. Fuck blowjob marriage? No. Colin, when I fight William in his first form, it's actually quicker to kill him slashing him with a knife constantly. Gotta be behind him, then slash his eye while he's down on his knees. At least 2 knives. Really? That's interesting. That's actually quite helpful. Anyway, KMF is an immoral because we're always using video game characters. Or celebrities, or people, just, like, no. But what you came up with, it's just inappropriate. Michael Cho, which food sounds more mouth-watering to me? Cha Sui, which is sweet barbecue pork, or Bolo Bao, pineapple bread. Both are huge delicacies. Probably the sweet barbecue pork. Tina Shorter, would I like a Chronicles game with 4, 5, 6, and 7? It'd probably be alright. Have I ever been to a Korean barbecue, age of 22? No. Alright, Wyatt, with your stupid loadout questions. Or the lookup questions, not your loadout questions. Your loadout questions are you, that's fine, but it's just a lookup. I always hate, but I allow. To provide the lesser G-Monster Apocalypse. A new Frontier Armory AR-15. Huh. Dedicated 9mm, a hip pouch to carry found items in, and a lighter, or a Battle Arms Development Tanker. Okay. 2 breakable original remake 2 knives and some gunpowder. I'm going with loadout B on that one. Kevin Cole, M29 44 Magnum or pistolized shotgun, but it can blow a person from medium range. I'll probably still go with the M29. Marab Alamza, opinion about Resident Evil 2 Remake. Do I think it's better than Resident Evil 2? It's too early to decide. It is not better than the original right now, for me. Thank you, Manif. What, the Sig Sauer P320 or the Smith & Wesson 456.6 TSW to survive in the remake to Liquor Apocalypse? 6 Sauer. You don't have to must look both guns up at the end of your comment every time, Wyatt. I know I have to look it up. I feel like you've gone... I've almost feel like, Wyatt, you've gone from number 1 to supporter to number 1... to number 1 annoyer. That looks like an M1911. Survive the Liquor Apocalypse. I'm going with the Smith & Wesson 456.6 TSW. Tina Schroeder, do I like Joavo or Magini more? Magini. What? Drive the Norton Nemesis for the rest of my life. What is that? Norton Nemesis. Ooh. That is a weird bike. Assume I have a motorcycle license, which I don't. Morbidelli V8. I'll go with the Morbidelli V8. Alright, AG22. Which video game has the scariest OST, in my opinion? Scariest? Scariest OST. Resident Evil 4. Alright, Wyatt. Be forced to become a hardcore drug addict and beat my girlfriend for 3 years, or Manif goes to jail and is there for 3 years. Gonna have to go with the latter in that one. Also, you'll die before you stop supporting me, annoyances or not. I see. Murat Balamza, any features I dislike about Resident Evil 2 Remake? I dislike. See, that's a better word. I still dislike Mr. X's hat. I dislike how Lakers are just there and Doesn't take very much to alert them, and then they're almost impossible to escape, like, once you do alert them. Other than that, not sure. I dislike how weak Claire seems to be. Why would I wear a toe ring? Have I ever? No and no. Do I recycle? Yes. How am I, Sultan Al-Alajmi? I'm good. What? Do I recycle my soda cans and other depositable cans at a redemption center where I can get money from them? No, I just put them in the recycle bin. Also, the SLS-60 handgun, my thoughts. This is Claire's default weapon remake, too. It's alright. It is a lot better once you get the enhanced ammo for it. That's all I'm going to say. Kevin Cole, Ruger Mini 14 or C96 7.62 millimeter. More guns. Or C96 7.62 millimeter. Those are like two very different things. There's no comparison, but I'll go with the C96. Man, can I unlock Unbreakable Knife if I found all Mr. Raccoons in Resident Evil 2 Remake? Huh, I didn't know that was a reward. That is a cool reward, though. What? The GM79 grenade launcher. You know how I know that you're just copying and pasting because you're wording it exactly the same, just changing the name. Put some originality into your questions. The GM79 grenade launcher, so far that's my favorite weapon. The MQ-11 submachine gun, I didn't think it was that impressive. I'm not that much of a submachine gun person. Tina Schroeder, do I like girl phenotype or mature phenotype women more? Mature. AJ22, have I ever smoked a Swisher? No. Manif, what's the point of the suppressor? To not alert any enemies in the area? Michael Cho, light firecrackers indoors or install hundreds of feng shui mirrors everywhere in my house. I'd probably do the mirrors. Marat Balamza, the feature I like the most about Resident Evil 2 Remake is the fact that it's a remake of my favorite game of the franchise. My thought, U.S. Army, what's up? What? The enemy design in Resident Evil 2 Remake. They made it look more realistic. Thoughts on the breakable knives? I thought that was an interesting aspect, and it's also more realistic. Where am I from? From the United States. That's all I'll reveal for now. What does Remake 2 do better than any other Resident Evil game, in my opinion? Better than any other game? Puts the darkness levels to the max. Kevin Cole, what are my top fave Resident Evil games? Resident Evil 2, Resident Evil 4, Resident Evil 7, Resident Evil 5, and Resident Evil 3. Link Master Resident Evil is my favorite game franchise. Alright, I'm gonna take slow mode off for just a little bit. I can finally return to this screen. Alright. What does Operation Raccoon City do better than any other Resident Evil game, in my opinion? Must be a non-joke answer. Saying something like, it sucks better more than any other game doesn't count. What does Orc do better than any other Resident Evil game? Give a variety of weapons. That's it. Tina Schroeder, what would I like a Resident Evil game with Wesker as the main character? Would I like it? It might have to be some sort of spin-off. AG22, favorite Mercenaries map and least favorite. My most favorite is the prison in Resident Evil 5. My least favorite is probably Steel Beast in Resident Evil 6. Michael Cho, anyways, I should try those foods that you mentioned about. They are delicious as hell. One day, maybe, if I go to Asia. Wyatt, what does Umbrella Corps do better than any of the Resident Evil game? Same rules as previously. Well, I haven't played it, so I don't have to answer that. What does Gaiden do better than any of the other Resident Evil game, in my opinion? Wyatt, you do realize that it's possible that it doesn't do anything better, so I don't have to answer that question. It doesn't do anything better than any other Resident Evil game. Sultan acknowledge me. Do I play Resident Evil 3 always? Not always, but I did play a good amount of it. Kevin Cole, the C virus is a mixture of the J virus and T Veronica virus. Fun fact. Wyatt, which has better sound quality, Gaiden or Freedom? Sound quality? I actually get a... I like Gaiden's soundtrack. Even though it's like a 16-bit game, it sounds neat. I like digital music like that. Murat Balamza, did I like the Ivies in Resident Evil 2 Remake? Is that what they look like plant zombies, like those ones from Outbreak File 2. But I guess that's what those were, their remake version. I didn't realize that. I didn't even think about that. No, those things are kind of creepy. I'll give them props for that. Made them pretty creepy. AG22, would I like to have herb sprays like Resident Evil 5? No. Wyatt, which has better sound quality, Gaiden or Damnation? Damnation. Play CHP Containment Breach, U.S. Army? No, but I've heard and seen gameplay of it. Wyatt, never be able to play any more Remake 2 or never be able to play Rev 3 at all when it comes out? I hate that question dearly, but I'd rather never be able to play Rev 3. Murat Balamza, what's my most favorite and least favorite areas in Resident Evil 2 Remake? My most favorite is probably the laboratory. My least favorite area is probably when you go outside and go towards the orphanage. Linkmaster, where is the Resident Evil 2 weapon review? It's not coming for a couple to a few months, at least. Wyatt, you know you've asked this before, but what do I think about Remake 3 being called 3-Make, at least in the promotional materials? You think it would be badass and clever? You know, I agree with you. That's not a bad name for it. 3-Make. I like that. 3-Make. Because you can't do anything with Resident Evil 2 Remake, RE2 Remake. That you can't... See, Remake 1 worked because you just put RE, as in Resident Evil, in the title. So, Remake. Resident Evil Make. But you can't do anything like that with Resident Evil 2, really. That's what I get for turning slow mode off. I get behind really fast. Kevin Cole, what is my favorite game that has the best gun loadout? Favorite Resident Evil game that has the best gun loadout? Probably Resident Evil 4. Tina Schroeder, when I would get $1 million if I kill you, an orc, but would die in real life if I fell 10 times in a roll, would I try it? No. What if my girlfriend wanted to put chocolate syrup or whipped cream on me to spice things up, would I do it? Sure. Michael Cho, what's my zodiac animal in the Chinese calendar? Well, it's Cancer. Is that a zodiac? I don't know. That's my sign. It's Cancer. But I don't know what my zodiac is, if it's different. Ivy plants got changed. Yeah. Yeah, they're creepy. They look like zombie plants. Kevin Cole, 80s music or 90s music? I probably like 80s more, to be honest, but I do like 90s too. Well, Gray and Gray, which spelling do I prefer? I prefer the A. Also, do you get a super special reward for being my biggest annoyer? No, you just have me publicly disliking you. That's what you get. AG22, Resident Evil Operation Raccoon City 2 or Resident Evil 6 Remake? 6 Remake. Murat Balamza, did I play RE2 Remake using the original soundtrack? You did. It made the game even better, in your opinion. No, I didn't. I don't know if I will in any of my streams. Well, maybe in... Sultan Al-Ajmi. Did I win the game... Do I win the game, The Mercenaries, Resident Evil 3, Carlos, or Nikolai? I've actually beat it with all 3 characters. I have a video to prove that. Wyatt, which meetup would be more epic? Annette Birkin and Louise Sarah, or The Merchant and Raynard Fisher? The Merchant and Raynard Fisher. Also, which meetup would be more epic? A current day Leon meeting his younger remake 2 self, or current day Chris meeting his remake 1 self? Probably Chris. AG22. Favorite Resident Evil 5 weapon reload? Probably the Dragunov. Yeah, it's nice, big and bulky, yet it just has the standard clip and then slider maneuver. I just like the way it sounds when it gets reloaded. Okay, now I'm going to put slow mode on again, maybe just 90 seconds. Just so I could stay with you guys. Alright, how much time is left anyway? Still got a little over 16 minutes. Yeah, it's definitely longer than that because I had to do the whole coffee thing. Link Master, what is my favorite Resident Evil weapon? It's the PRL 412 from Resident Evil 4. U.S. Army 916, what did happen to Hunk after Resident Evil 2? There's a file in Code Veronica that gives slight clues to that, but that's about it, and I don't remember those details, unfortunately. Age of 22, favorite Resident Evil 6 weapon reload. Leon with his dual handguns. Why do I think Thanos was right? Should half the universe be wiped out for sustainability reasons? It's really hard to say. Because the universe isn't overpopulated. No freaking way. The Earth, on the other hand, might start getting overpopulated. Also, Chinese zodiac stuff like Year of the Dog, Pig, Horse, etc. See, yeah, so I don't know. Crab? Tina Schroeder, what would I get? When I would get $1 million if it, no. Didn't you already ask that? Michael Cho, it depends on what year I was born. I was born in 1994, so you give me the answer. The one and only W, when you come to visit me, would I be pissed if you ate all of the food in my house? Yeah, I would be demanding some money. More money for food. Also, Murab Alonso, did I like the boss fights in Resident Evil 2 Remake? Yeah, they were tough. One of them actually killed me several times. It just happened to be not the final one, which is interesting to think about. Alright, Wyatt, my thoughts if when you come visit me, you bring a girl over and have lots of sex. Yeah, that would be unacceptable. I would actually kick you out early. AG22, have I ever chewed sugarcane before? No. Wyatt, who would win an arm wrestling contest? Birkin's third form or Curtis Miller's final form? Birkin's third form. Kevin Cole, would I rather have a net flare gun that shoots acid rounds or a flamethrower that sprays liquid nitrogen? Flamethrower that sprays liquid nitrogen. Hell yeah. What do I think of Chris? What do I think Chris was doing during the events of Resident Evil 4? The BSAA was probably newly formed. I don't know. Murab Alamza, opinion about the new default outfits for Claire, Leon, Sherry, Ada. They're nice. Kevin Cole, what is the worst Q&A I've ever done? It's one that I tried to do outside of home, and it only lasted maybe like barely 30 minutes, or I don't know. It was one of those. Wyatt would probably have the answer to that. Kevin or Murab Alamza in Resident Evil 2 Remake. Yeah, I know. And then I put slow mode on again. Wyatt, who would win in a race, Claire or Angela? I think Claire. Michael Cho, drink 5 cans of gasoline to shoot exploding fireballs, or drink 5 cans of antifreeze that actually kill ghosts at this moment? Gasoline to shoot fireballs. AG22, do I dislike the fact that Sheva is a lefty? No. It makes a very interesting take on it. Like, it's the first time you actually did things left-handed style. Wyatt, Resident Evil 7's Burner, my thoughts. It's an interesting little homemade flamethrower. I don't find much use in it, though, except when fighting Marguerite, maybe. And her bugs. Sultan al-Alajmi. Nikolai, traitor, kill his friends for Resident Evil 3 Nemesis. Yeah, he's a traitor. What? If you hyped up a package you sent me as containing awesome Resident Evil merch and memorabilia, but it contained big fat nothing, what would my reaction be? I would be like, nice waste of your money to ship it and the box. I have no loss. That would just be funny, in my opinion. Murat Balamza, did I like Sherry's section in Resident Evil 2 Remake? Yes, I did. And it was where I failed a couple times. What? Favorite reload animation across all games? The mine thrower of Resident Evil 4. Favorite reload animation in 4? Well, I just answered that. Favorite reload animation of Rev 1? Shit. Probably the PSG one. Is that in Rev 1? I forgot. It was the bolt. No. There was a bolt action. There was the Muramasa. There had to have been a semi-automatic one. I can't remember what it was. It was a semi-automatic one in Resident Evil in Remake in Rev 1. That was my favorite reload animation. Michael Cho. So I was Year of the Dog. Alright. Nice. U.S. Army. What are my favorite G. Birkin stage? 3 Resident Evil 2 Original Remake. Stage 3? Probably Remake, actually. Linkmaster. Should I like a Resident Evil that was paranormal? No. I wouldn't like that. Because it would be throwing realism out the window. Wyatt, Batman and Birkin's second form. Batman. I'm not answering that, Wyatt. Kevin Cole. What Resident Evil game title would be better? Resident Evil Project PDW 95 or Resident Evil The Sacrifice? Definitely not the Project one, so we'll go to The Sacrifice. Murat Balamza, opinion about the new G-monsters who spits embryos into the water in the sewers. Those things are fucking annoying, actually. Yeah, those things were annoying. It was probably the most annoying creature besides the liquor in Resident Evil 2 Remake. Is farting sexy, Wyatt? Depends on the situation. AG22, would I try to Battle Royale Resident Evil mode? A Battle Royale Resident Evil mode? Maybe. It's hard to say. So, Tina Schroeder, the first question was 10, the second was 100. If I would get in $1 million, kill you an orc, but you would die in real life, if I fail 1,000 times in a roll. What is a roll? I don't need $1 million. Anthony User, here's a joke for me. So you're at a bar, only one or two other people there, so you look down to the end of the bar and see a huge ass jar full of money, 5s, 10s, and 20s. So you asked, hey bartender. Oh yeah, you're spending your comment on a joke, Anthony. What's the jar full of money for? And he said, well, you bet it's... You got a horse in the bag, put it in the jar, and if you think you can make my horse laugh, and he said, alright, bartender, you... Dude, that's way too long of a joke to be doing in a Q&A, man. Sorry, Anthony Usery, but that's... You're kind of... You're screwing yourself doing that long-ass joke when slow mode's on. What qualities make me special to my girlfriend and vice versa? It's none of your business. What, make love to Sheva and then she kills me, or make love to Jessica but then she kills me? Rather it much be Sheva. Murat Balamza, Other than its hat, did I like the T-103 in Remake 2? Am I excited for Nemesis in Resident Evil 3 Remake? It was alright. He was alright. And yeah, I'm excited for Nemesis in 3 Remake if it does get made. Kevin Cole, tip: if I kill the Tyrant with Albert Summeredge by shooting him in the head, like a lot, you would unlock Killed Tyrant under 5 minutes. Well, trophies aren't going to be part of these live streams, alright? Age 22, take a Chris Haymaker or get rushed by Wesker's sprint attack. I'll get rushed. What? Sherry's Remake 2 section or 6 scenario? Which do I like more? Her Remake 2 section. U.S. Army. Web spinner have been missing in Resident Evil 2. Yeah. Well, were there any web spinners in 2? In the original? Yes, there were. There were in Leon's scenario. I don't know if there are any in Claire's scenario though, so maybe we'll see. What? Overall thoughts on Little Miss? It's an okay mode. The side modes in Revelations 2 are weird. What's better though, Little Miss or Versus Roach? Well, Little Miss is much better than Versus Roach, that's for sure. Tina Schroeder, did I know there are a bunch of yaois with Chris and Piers out there? Didn't really care to notice. What? Survive versus Roach mode in real life or Survive Resident Evil 4's Waterworld map for an hour? I'll survive versus Roach mode. Marble Lamza, what feature am I excited the most in Resident Evil 2's Remake's Leon section? His weapon upgrades. Sultan Alajmi, you love the game Resident Evil Director's Cut PS1, and me? That's the one I own and have always played. Kevin Cole, in my opinion, what do I think if a kid as my partner in Resident Evil and they use guns, how would I feel? That would be interesting, actually. Wyatt, would I rather paranormal stuff, alien stuff, or robot stuff be featured in Resident Evil 8? Out of those 3 things, robot, because it was just man-made. Okay, so the PSG one was in Rev 1, so yeah, that was my favorite reload animation. AG22, 2 Gyarados versus Reaper from Resident Evil 5. Frig, the Reaper. Marat Balamza, if I were to create a spin-off in Resident Evil franchise, what name would I give to it? I don't know. Yeah, no, I don't really care to share. What? If you pledged $1 million to me a year, would I do anything legal that you asked? No. Because knowing you now, you probably would make my life difficult. Because some of the things you suggest, I'm just like, Also, it looks like you're not the only one asking annoying-ass questions. No, you aren't. That's for sure. Some people get a little too confident in the type of question they ask. Michael Cho, act really high whenever I sip on black coffee or vomit every time I sip tea. Act really high. U.S. Army, liquor or xenomorph? Xenomorphs. What? Remake 2's controls, my thoughts. I mean, they're just like Revelations 2 and 6, so... I mean, aside from besides the sliding in 6, but... No, they're most similar to Rev 2, now that I think about it. They're okay. I still would have preferred the fixed camera angles. Kevin Cole, Raccoon City is real in Missouri. It's a small town in the Midwest. You think it's what Capcom based it off? Are you sure? Because I feel like I looked that up one day and like couldn't find anything. Tina Schroeder, does my girlfriend already know that you, your sister, and you find her cute? I don't know. Only if you mentioned it in the stream that I featured her in. What best and worst things about Resident Evil 2's Annette Birkin? The worst thing is she looks like a battered hag. The worst thing is that she looks like a battered hag. The best thing about her is at least in the end, it's finally seemed like she cared just a little bit. Marat Balamza, can I list Resident Evil 2 Remake bosses that I fought from most to least favorite? Most favorite boss fight was probably that final boss fight with the fucking minigun. Yeah, and then, man, I almost don't remember all the bosses. And you got Birkin's forms, and you got... Dang it, I really don't want a question that takes time right now. So I'm actually trying to catch up. There's less than a minute left in the Q&A. I'm just going to give you my most and my least. I'm not going to list them, because I can't remember all of them right now. So my most favorite was what I just said, was the final boss fight. My least favorite was the one right before that. Was his second to last final form, William Birkin. It's the one that got me killed like 3 times. It was only because I didn't have adequate health, so that could have been avoided. But what, annoyed that Chris doesn't have his own section in Remake 2? No. Remake 2, Resident Evil 2 had nothing to do with Chris, other than having a cameo in the minigame. What also, Remake 2 or Rev 2, which do I like more? Right now, actually, I probably already like Remake 2 better than Rev 2. But Rev 2 is not bad at all. Alright, that's the timer going off. So the last question I'm going to answer, I guess, is why it's best and worst things about Ada's Resident Evil 4 shotgun. Yep. That's going to be the last one. Right before just some gamer realized I was streaming right now. Alright, so now I can finally catch up, so I guess I'll go ahead and turn slow mode off again. Alright. So let's catch up. Michael Cho, Valentine's Day is close. I would have a nice dinner at Gordon Ramsay's restaurant, but it insults us both, or we share ice cream together, except we lick like a creepy molester. If we lick, except I lick like a creepy molester, well, that actually might turn her on, because she'll know that I'm just being mutual. I'm being sensual towards her. U.S. Army, you mean remake? I don't know. AG22, you have lots of first comments on YouTube vid, or deal with White's annoying questions. Well, all I have to do with lots of first comments is just delete them. White's annoying questions I can't tend to avoid, so I'll go with have lots of first comments. So, what? Play the struggle for 24 hours straight, or play versus Roach mode for 24 hours straight? I'll get more replay value out of the struggle, so I'll go with that. What? Also, best and worst things about Remake's weapon selection? The best thing about the weapon selection is the custom parts that can go with some weapons. The worst thing is how some of those parts turn them into 2 slotted weapons. Kevin Cole, Gordon Ramsay versus Salazar. If they had an argument, who would win? Gordon Ramsay by far. You donkey! Wyatt, Mr. X versus 5 Wesker in an arm wrestling contest. Who wins? Mr. X. Also, Remake 2, Mr. X versus the Enormous Tyrant and Damnation. The Tyrant and Damnation. Mr. X versus Verdugo. Verdugo. Best and worst things about Remake 2, Sherry. The best thing is how innocent looking she is. The worst thing is how slow she is. Marat Balamza, did I like the minigun that I used against Birkin's fourth form in the original 2 remake? Yes, I did. Tina Schroeder, turn into a Joavo or a molded? Joavo, at least I maintain my intelligence. Linkmaster, what is the game engine in Resident Evil 4? Not sure. AG22, get suplexed or kicked by Leon? Kicked. Man, if... Yeah. What? Be forced to have monthly Q&As, be 24 hours long, so the whole day, and I must do them forever once they start, or be forced to stream the struggle once a day for an hour forever. I'm not doing anything 24 hours long, so I'll do the struggle once a day, an hour. U.S. Army, but that's not going to happen no matter what you do. U.S. Army, Tofu should have had its own game. Nah. Marat Balamza, did I like Claire in Remake 2? Yeah, she's alright. Tina Schroeder, would I like Resident Evil Dead Space crossover? No. Kevin Cole, what would I do if Resident Evil franchise stopped, and what would I think would happen to my channel? My channel wouldn't end, but if the franchise stopped, then it'd be kind of sad in a way. Michael Cho, assuming I am unarmed and handcuffed in Resident Evil 2 Tofu mode, how would I defeat the waves of Tofu? I would just dodge them. I don't know if I could defeat him. What the theory is that Capcom might have used Springfield, Missouri as inspiration for Raccoon City. There is no actual Raccoon City. I didn't think so. Also, Redding's name gets changed to Raccoon City or to Harvardville. Harvardville. Cronctus. Resident Evil TV series. I heard Netflix might be doing something. I'd try it out, maybe. Alright, last question. Best and worst things about Ada's Resident Evil 4 shotgun. The best thing about it, I love the sound of it when it fires. The worst thing about it, I feel like it's kind of weak. Alright, so that's gonna end the Q&A, people. Yeah, you got the last question and why you are not legend. Not in that right. You are legend for much better purposes, trust me. And that's not something to be praised with. It actually makes you look like an ass. Alright, people, so this is going to end the Q&A. Hope you enjoyed it. It was alright. That coffee was disgusting, was kind of a waste of my time, and it caused bodily injury to me. So, yeah, not very happy about that, but I'll get over it. Alright, people, so this is Shankster94, aka The Gamer Shankster. Rate, comment, subscribe. Don't forget to follow these links down here. Facebook, Twitter, Patreon. Shout out to Wyatt Chatron and Carlos Aranda for being my 2 patrons on Patreon. Alright, guys, I will see you in the next Q&A. And, of course, tomorrow, see me play Leon B in Remake 2. Peace out.